We Like Dota, episode 42, starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to We Like Dota. This is We Like Dota, the internet's casual Dota 2 podcast. I'm Brian Sabone-Yinger, and joining me on this blustery,
Yeah, that's a word.
Kent, Ohio fall/winter day is Jared Clyde Frog Patterson. How's it going, Jared?
Wonderful. I think we need more adjectives.
Yeah, I drug that one out.
Yeah, that was a bit much.
It was snowing earlier, Jared. I don't know if it currently is or not.
No, it is not.
But I have fond memories of being up in this office doing work and watching it snow.
Absolutely.
And listening to Yaz music.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
As I say that in my NPR voice.
Yes. We do like to listen to jazz as we work in our office and look at snow.
That's right.
What?
I don't know. But anyway, Jared, we
already.
took last week off and we're finally back.
Yeah, welcome.
We took a week
Got back in the saddle.
Back in the saddle, yeah. It just, we just had a week where everyone's schedules were kind of out of control. And you know what? You need to take a break from time to time.
You know what? We had a hell of a run. 41 weeks in a row. Released content.
41 weeks in a row. Yeah. Well, nah, there was like 1 week there.
No, I don't think. I think we doubled up episodes so that we released it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, not patting ourselves on the back any, but we did pretty damn good.
Look, as Papa Yinger would say, if you don't toot your own horn, nobody will.
Okay, so toot our horn. Good job.
Yes.
All right. So, back in the saddle. Can we call this episode Back in the Saddle?
No.
Okay.
I don't like that.
That's fine.
But I think I shot you down there. I apologize.
No, you're allowed to.
Okay, so
this
anyway.
is a dictatorship. You're completely in control. You have the final say on everything.
I do.
Yeah.
But I...
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Really?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Oh
my gosh.
God.
Okay, anywho. Enough meta talk here. Let's start the show as we always do, as is tradition. And start with who'd you play, and we're gonna start with you, Jared.
Sure. Yeah, I've been getting the opportunity to play a little bit more. My wife's been working way too much.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So I've gotten a couple matches in on Magnus, who spoiler is Hero of the Week this week. So we knew that Ben wasn't going to be here, so figured somebody should at least play at least one game on him before we talk about him.
Yeah.
And since he's a melee strength hero, that's kind of my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And Blink Initiator, kind of what I do.
I hear he's difficult to play. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's difficult to play well.
Okay.
He's not necessarily difficult to play, but he's very difficult to execute, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Remember when we got absolutely torn to bits by the Canadians?
Yeah.
With
Hoju playing that Magnus. That's impressive.
Yeah.
A good Magnus player can really turn a game around.
Oh my goodness.
But otherwise, I've been playing a lot of Crystal Maiden, man.
I tell you what.
And do you know why I've been playing a lot of Crystal Maiden?
Why is that, Jared?
Because Ben hates Crystal Maiden.
That's right. That's right, Ben.
Suck it. No, but I've just always loved her. She's just a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, you got to play Crystal Maiden and have a good match on her to prove Ben wrong.
Absolutely.
And I believe
we did.
This is that match. Well, yes, we did. It was the match we did a tri-lane.
Yeah, successful. Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, our first successful ever tri-lane. It happened. It happened. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. Like, I felt like such a pro player.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
Ben was on Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Who was I on?
Vengeful Spirit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I wasn't playing Jakiro?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you were playing Venge. I was playing Crystal Maiden. Yeah. And it went really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we were going against a dual lane, I think it was a Centaur and a something else.
I believe it was Richard, wasn't it? Was it a Richard?
No, it wasn't Richard. Ricky, by the way. For those that don't know our inside jokes.
Shadow Shaman?
I think it was a Shadow Shaman. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Anyone else, Jared?
I think I got a game or two on Alchemist, of course. My boy.
The good old standby.
Yeah. And I've played a couple games support Juggernaut.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 games, won one, lost one.
Is it real? Is the support juggernaut real?
I think it's viable.
What about
In the right situation, I think it's viable.
What about tri-lane support juggernaut?
No, absolutely not.
Really?
I don't think so. Unless your carry and your other hero are both. Well, they don't necessarily both have to be ranged, but they both have to at least have a stun.
Yeah.
I think in a tri-lane, I'm starting to look at that. I think you want 2 stuns to really kind of, take the cake.
Yeah.
And you probably want. We think.
It depends on what you're trying to do in
Yeah.
the tri-lane, I think.
Yeah, but I think you want at least 2 ranged heroes.
Yeah. For zoning purposes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so that's
yeah,
great.
that's me.
All right.
That's me.
I forgot to introduce executive senior producer Cheeks of Flappin'. He's here.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Hi, Cheeks. Okay, great.
Did we lose him already?
No, he's still here. Like, the call's still going. I don't know.
Maybe he just figured that he wasn't going to talk since you didn't introduce him.
Yeah, he may have. Yeah, I don't know. He's not muted or anything. I got him turned up on the board. Okay, anyway, well, we'll just move on to who I played.
Sure, okay.
So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Jakiro lately.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've really
My
been
big
enjoying
sexy two-headed dragon. Oh, hey.
Mark? Cheeks? Hello? Okay, great. All right. We're going to mute him and we'll hang up and recall him.
Perfect.
Anywho, so I've been playing some Jakiro, Jared.
Okay.
And I feel like he's one of those heroes that he's like a value pick. You know, he just fits into so many different lineups.
He can do whatever the hell he wants right now.
Yeah.
He's in a good spot in the meta.
Yeah.
That dual breath of his, it's got to get nerfed.
The dual breath or the liquid fire.
The liquid fire. God, I get
Yeah.
those two mixed up. Yeah, liquid fire has got to get nerfed.
It's pretty good.
They got to put that on a mana cost or something on that.
Yeah. Cheeks, are you there?
Yes, now I'm here.
Hi.
All right, we found
hey,
you.
we got you back. Okay.
Or at least I should be.
We're gonna
I should
rotate.
be.
We're gonna rotate over
Okay.
to you
All right.
for who'd you play?
Okay. Okay, well this week, I mean the Skype troubles obviously has been indicator of what my week has been like for
Yeah.
Dota.
Oh man.
It's been the server silliness, a little bit of wackiness, a lot of lagginess. I can't tell if it's me or if it's just Dota. I don't know. I just don't know.
That's fair.
It's confusing.
It's rough right
It's
now.
confusing. But I had a pretty good game earlier today on Ancient Apparition.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was
Mostly
having a good time
useless.
with that. Only sort of useless.
To quote Sabone, mostly useless.
Yes,
Which
mostly useless.
I have turned face on that statement, by the way.
Well, good. I'm glad.
I felt like I was I don't know. I felt like a rancher. I felt
Okay.
like everybody
A
else
rancher?
were my cattle,
Oh.
and I was just like, no, go this way, go over here. It felt like I had lots of control over sort of the battlefield. It
Yeah.
felt pretty cool.
Understandable.
That's fair.
No pun intended.
His ice blast his ice blast is really good for heroes
Everything.
like Magnus, if you will, to stop them from blinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Very nice.
And then
Okay.
that the cold feet one, and then the ice vortex. and
Yeah,
then that.
I love AA.
The ice vortex.
Yeah.
The
Is
polar
that what it's
polar
called?
vortex.
Icy vortex, frozen vortex.
I don't know what it is.
Icy.
I think it's just called Frozen.
Butterfinger blizzard vortex, whatever it's called.
Isn't it the
Hey, shout
polar
out-
vortex?
Let it go,
that,
Vortex.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it polar vortex that harassed us last year? Harassed our seasonal troubles.
Our life with the polar vortex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mother
That's what it
Nature
is, the
harassed.
Polar vortex.
Okay, go ahead, Cheek. Sorry.
Yeah. Shout out to Bill, who's in the chat in the lobby right now. He's in line at Chipotle right now,
Oh, hey, Bill.
and he's watching the stream
Ah,
and ordering Chipotle.
Stream is live.
Ooh. My favorite
Yeah.
item to order at Chipotle is a burrito bowl with brown rice, half chicken, half pork, light cheese, salsa verde.
Interesting. See, I always go with the veggie burrito.
Oh, yeah. The guac is your meat.
Yeah, the guac is your meat, man. Go
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
double rice. Mm-hmm.
I usually like to go with the mole slurpers, some burrito fingers, and a blooming nachos.
What?
Nailed it.
The heck is that?
But it's fake Chipotle things because I've never been to a Chipotle.
Oh, I also like to get extra fajitas on mine.
Yes.
I demand it.
See, I pass on the fajitas because they give me gas.
Everything gives you gas.
That's a good point.
It's those bell peppers, man.
Yeah.
Any sort of bulb.
Pepper
Gassy
and onion,
fuck.
man. It destroys my system.
You'll have that.
Ugh.
Hey, Bill.
But
Anyway.
Yeah. So enjoy the
Anyway.
chipotle, Bill.
indeed. So let's see. What else have I been playing? I've been kind of dabbling in the last gen of consoles a little bit. 'Cause I feel like I left off so much with games. So I'm working on finishing Red Dead Redemption. which I never
Oh,
finished.
yeah.
Felt,
You're going to want to finish
felt
that
bad
one.
about that.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And I'm annoyed with Ben because he got the new Call of Duty game on his Xbox One instead of PS4.
Oh, what the heck,
Because
man?
supposedly he has to play with his brother-in-law. I don't know. That sounds a little whack to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really think it's going to affect my sort of like support role with
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of passive-aggressive, non-warding.
Well, when his
Yeah, absolutely.
when his wife buys
I did
No
pop
cool
the dust.
tango.
I did pop the dust.
I did. What are you talking about?
when his wife buys gifts for Ben, she always buys them with like some sort of loaded intention. There's always like
true.
some sort of ulterior motive going on.
It's not really a gift, if that's the thing. Isn't
Exactly.
Well.
That's why it's hysterical.
Yeah.
it? She's missing the point of gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Ben's wife.
That sounds
I
about
don't know.
right. Yeah.
But I do like the new Call of Duty. I love the
Yeah?
loot drops. I've gotten more loot drops
Okay.
in Call of Duty this week than I have in Dota over the last 3 months.
I believe that.
Especially since the new patch came in, I have gotten nothing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever has gotten a hat since the new.
Except for those Russian scammers terrorizing the poor South Africans on their server.
Right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. All the hats.
Oh, Rush.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for you, Mr. Cheeks?
Let's see. No, not really. Just
Okay.
kind of living.
Just kind of living. Wow.
Yeah.
What a
I went
great
to a really-
existence.
I went to a really fancy art party last Sunday. That's why I couldn't do the podcast.
Oh.
It was pretty cool.
Okay.
My wife's gallery owner. She had
Oh.
like Boteros and she had Roberta Matas like in her house. Like I swear there's probably like about $5 million worth of art just in the living room. It was crazy.
Okay.
Sounds cultured.
That sounds legit.
It was very ritzy.
Did you drink a nice Cabernet Sauvignon with that?
I had some champagne because she had lots of champagne.
Oh, okay.
that
Upgrading
kind of
to
party.
the champagne.
That kind of party.
Did you have to leave your
Yes.
keys in a fishbowl as you walked in the door?
No.
If only.
I think she didn't bust out the red wine because she had lots of white carpeting.
Fair.
She was like,
Yeah,
and
valid.
as we were walking in, she was like, I don't want you to have to take your shoes off, but if you could avoid the white carpeting.
No, I understand that. So it would have just
was
been
pretty
gin
good.
martinis for everybody at my house.
yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
That would be all right. That would be all right.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
yeah, it was a cool party.
Cool party.
Very good.
Classy. Swanky.
All right, Cheeks. We'll see you at the bottom of
Yeah,
the
we'll
show.
see you at your bottom.
How about that?
You sure will.
Okay.
Cheeks on the bottom on the cheeks. Cheeks.
See cheeks on your bottom.
I think I just cut him off by accident, but that's okay. Okay, Jared, let's talk a little bit about...
Yeah, before we get to the news here.
We've had kind of over the past couple weeks, really ever since the end of our run in the We Like Dota League,
Right.
we've kind of discovered, I think through some replay analysis that we've done, we've kind of...
Because we're classy and we do that.
We're classy. We've kind of discovered how important the laning phase.
And I think this will come to a not surprise to anybody that's actually played the game for any period of time.
Yeah.
But for those of us that are like yourself and I, the self-proclaimed noobs of the world that are legitimately,
Noobs.
Noobs. We just wanted to kind of talk about the fact that farming is pretty much the most important thing in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, we've really found that in a lot of the games that we play, like by the time the laning phase ends, which generally is somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes-ish,
Yeah.
I would say,
Yeah.
a lot of times we are super far behind.
Like
On
it may
farm.
only have been 2 or 3 kills or something like that.
Yeah.
But like 12K gold.
Yeah.
And it's all farm efficiency.
Absolutely.
100% farm efficiency.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that has kind of opened our eyes to that is just the importance of last hitting.
Yeah.
The importance of just getting last hits and not being shut out in the laning phase.
Yeah.
So having your supports harass out and try to get farm for your carries or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
It's such a big deal.
Yeah, and kind of piggybacking off of that, we've discovered how important it is to have heroes that are not going to get totally shut down in lanes.
Right. Yeah.
So
at least one.
Yeah. You need to win your lanes, folks.
Yeah. You at least need, yeah. And kind of what we had talked about is that it's very hard to lose a game if you win your lanes.
Yes.
It's very hard to win a game if you lose your lanes.
Yes.
So if you win your lanes, it sets you up for victory.
Sets you up for a good.
Yeah, it doesn't guarantee victory for sure.
Yeah.
But man, it really puts you a leg up.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, for sure.
Yeah, because I think we had been running a lot of heroes that are probably more meant to be in a tri-lane capacity.
Right.
Like, we used to value, and to some extent, we still value the Wraith King.
I agree.
But I think if you want to run him as a core, he really needs a tri-lane.
Yeah, probably.
I think. Just because his laning presence, he just doesn't really
It's very
have
poor.
much. Yeah.
It's very poor.
So, I don't know. Can you think of other heroes like that we really value that?
Tiny.
Yeah, we ran him in a tri-lane. Really feel like you need him in a tri-lane.
It was really successful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's just something that we kind of came across and wanted to share.
Yeah.
And
especially in pub matches where it's a lot of 2-1-2 dual lanes.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
I think it's good for carries to have, and I was talking to Ben about this. I think every carry should, well, the hard carry, whatever we want to call it, the number one farmer should have one of two items, either a Drum of Endurance or a Ring of Aquila.
Okay.
As one of their very first items, because it's really going to help expedite their farming, make sure they're getting those last hits, just give them a little more tank ability, a little more damage.
Yeah.
So depending on if you're, agility or strength.
Helps out in the lanes a lot.
For sure.
Yeah, I do agree. I like that. So yeah, I think that's just kind of what we've been learning the past couple of weeks, Jared.
Yeah.
And
it has been, Brian.
And I feel like in so many pub matches, like people are so concerned about getting kills.
Yeah.
Versus farming up.
For sure.
Which is fine, but we played a match last night, Kyle and Ben and I, where our team only wound up finishing with like 25 kills or something like that, which is unheard of for a pub match.
For a 50-minute pub match or whatever, yeah.
We still lost the match, but it was a little, it was kind of cool to see people focusing more on farm than instead of getting kills.
Yeah.
And
Which I don't want to underplay the value of getting ganks and getting timely kills.
Yeah, if somebody's overextending or you have the opportunity to get a kill, you should definitely go for it.
But I don't think it's good to necessarily focus on that.
Yeah. If you're missing lane creeps because you're trying to get kills, that's not good.
It's not good.
That's not good.
And if you have a lane that's completely abandoned and somebody's not in the jungle farming or something like that, that's not good.
That's not good either.
No, it's a bad efficiency.
Yeah.
It's inefficient farming.
Inefficient, Jared.
Inefficient map usage.
Right. All right. Anything else on that note, Jared?
No, I think that was pretty much it.
All right. Let's bring in the news, Jared.
Bring in the news, Brian.
Okay. First item of importance, Jared.
Yeah. Again, this is a little bit more of our own horn tooting.
Yes, as Papa Yinger would say, if you don't toot your own horn, nobody will.
Beep beep.
Beep beep.
Yes.
We are launching a Patreon campaign, which, if you guys aren't aware of what that is, it's basically a ongoing Kickstarter, a monthly ongoing Kickstarter.
Right.
So we're kind of doing it just to, one, keep us motivated to keep making shows.
Absolutely.
Two, if you guys want to support us in some way, we've had people asking how they can support us. This is just one way that you can do that.
The best vehicle the best vehicle that we could find for that, I think it's Patreon.
Is Patreon, yeah.
Yeah, especially, I mean, it's pretty much made for podcasting.
Yeah. And it's just a good way for us to help cover our costs for hosting and keep the lights on and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And, with that, obviously, there are some perks, all that jazz.
There's all sorts of stuff out there.
So we're going to post a short video about it on our YouTube page. and some links on the webpage if you're interested.
The campaign isn't live yet, but you'll see.
It will be shortly.
You'll know when it's live. You'll see things on Reddit and Twitter. You'll know.
Perfect. Okay.
And YouTube.
Yeah.
So, if you guys give that a consideration, that'd be awesome. So, thanks a lot.
And if
everyone.
not, totally fine. Our content's always going to be free, 100%. So,
yep.
Yeah, that's our little toot of the horn.
Beep, beep. Okay, next news item, Jared. There was a bit of a, kind of out of the blue, a bit of an update to the Dota 2 website.
Yeah.
And I forget what it was called.
Surprise update, I think is what it was called.
Nope, that wasn't it.
I think that was literally what it was called. But I think we'll find out here because you're looking it up currently.
Yeah, it's driving me crazy.
I can tell. All right, yeah, we need two hands to type here.
Yep.
So there's a new update, whatever it's called.
The Foreseers contract is coming.
The Foreseers.
Foreseers.
Foreseers
is coming.
That's really hard to say.
Yeah. Basically alluding to the fact that probably the Oracle update is going to be coming to the game soon.
Now, what is the Oracle update?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Nobody really knows. The Oracle is a new hero.
Oh, okay. Is this a Dota 1 hero?
I think so.
Oh, okay. So something we wouldn't know about.
Right.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. But they kind of did a really cool thing where it looks like they're kind of trying to focus on the lore a little bit more.
Oh, Jesus.
Which I'm a big fan of. And
yeah, I have no problem with this either.
They posted like a short comic.
Oh.
That's like it's only like
Garfield
4 pages.
comic?
Yes, just like Garfield or Ziggy.
Are we talking nerd comic here?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's good. I like it.
Well, no, I'm saying like it's an actual like book comic.
Yeah, it has Phantom Assassin and the Oracle in it, and it's just real short. But what's really cool is you can download a file and like read it on your tablet.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Which is really cool. So
can you like flip pages?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it, and yeah, I'm really excited to see more stories told. In the Dota 2 universe.
All right.
I think there's some opportunities to tell some really cool stories and flesh out some more of the lore.
Sure. Yeah, no, I definitely think there is.
In a non-terrible way.
Okay. Yeah.
And the artwork's really good and stuff.
I'm sure the artwork's legit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
But are we excited for a new hero?
Yeah, I mean, I think it keeps things fresh, keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't really figured out any of the other new heroes yet, but
here's an update I would be interested in seeing, Jared.
What's that?
A Volvo fixed it update. Where they
fix the servers?
Where they fix the servers. Because US East...
It's been a train wreck, man.
It's been horrible.
It's been really bad.
It's been up and down. Sometimes, I don't know, I've played probably like 10 or 15 matches the past week or something.
Yeah.
It seems like 4 or 5 of those have had insanely high packet loss.
Do you remember that one game where we played a team match and we got absolutely steamrolled, and it wasn't necessarily because of lag, but I definitely blamed it on the lag.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was embarrassing.
That was rough.
Yeah.
It was like 75 to 80% packet loss. You would click and then your dude would like move 3 seconds later.
It was rough. But here's the thing, we lost 35-0.
Well, yeah, there is that. That I forgot about how terrible that match was.
That was embarrassingly bad.
Oh, that was when we were trying to figure out our team MMR for Noobs Ask Noobs.
Yeah, which we did.
We found out.
We did.
Are we allowed to say this on air?
The 2/5 of the team is here.
Okay,
so we're going to.
Yes, our team MMR for Noobs Ask Noobs is 1.9k MMR.
Yeah. 1908.
Which is actually higher than I thought it would be.
After that 35-0 shellacking, I thought we were going to be at like 1100.
Yeah, that's true.
But those guys had like 3600 MMR.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, how the hell did we get matched with them?
Yeah, it was disheartening. Ugh. It wasn't even fun. Like, we didn't even learn anything.
No, we learned terrible.
Yeah.
God.
So, I don't know. I got to think that with these server issues, I got to think Valve knows what's going on. Somebody had a very well-reasoned argument on the Dota 2 subreddit, which is, you don't see that happen very often, to be fair.
Yeah, okay.
They were just talking about how networking can be a bit of a black magic.
Yeah.
And how a lot of times you got to go up another level, up another level, up another level to see that It's some weird back end thing in California or something like that. I don't know.
It's one router that needs to be reset.
Yeah, right. You just got to unplug it and plug it back in.
Come on.
Yeah, but they were really talking about how I think we're kind of seeing some growing pains with Dota 2 as the game continues to grow.
Here's the
we're
thing.
seeing some expansion.
In the past, 3 months, we've gained almost 2 million new unique users. I think we were at like 7 million before TI4 or TF. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And we're almost to 10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's quite the expansion.
That's a lot of growth.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's true. And then also on another note, the hats. Jared, what's going on with the hats?
I don't know. Yeah, we are officially calling this Hat Watch 2014.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it last episode. There was
still no hats.
There was, an economy change to where they're changing how item drops work. I don't think anyone's gotten anything ever.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone has received a hat since.
Which I don't know what's better, getting a
hats
weird
that I
Mana gauntlet every match,
right?
Or nothing.
Yeah, having 12 of one item or 0 of another.
At least those 12 items, I can take them to Dota 2 Lounge and bet them on.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
I got to think that they're working on some sort of progression model or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone seems to think that.
I think if you play consistently, you get hats.
Yeah.
If you play like we do casually, I don't think you get hats.
That sucks.
Yeah. And I think that might be what it is, but
I'm okay with paying like 10 cents for my hats.
Here and there, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah. For something that I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are thinking that Valve just has no idea what's going on and all that, but I think they're probably working on something, and we just, classic Valve, they don't let you know what's going on until they drop this huge
Half-Life
bomb.
3 confirmed.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, this is awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I think that, I think something's going on, but I'm not quite sure what.
Mm-hmm.
But Hat Watch 2014, November 16th, still no hats.
We haven't gotten any.
No.
We'll update you next week. Okay, Jared, why don't you take us to some quick esports news here? Let's start with the Summit 2.
So the Summit 2 qualifiers have all wrapped up, and we're looking at 6 teams have officially been invited. Not Today did win
That's incredible.
North American qualifiers,
which they are a
South American team, Peruvian.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I couldn't be more excited for them because this is
I do believe the first time a South American team has made it to a LAN finals.
And this is one hell of a LAN final.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest tournaments of the year.
It really is. The Summit it's the number 2 prize pool now, right?
Yeah, I think it's just behind the International. I don't mean just behind. It's number 2 behind the International.
Right, like 10% of the International.
Yeah. The prize pool is like 280,000, and then I think
Star Ladder was like 270. I think it just surpassed Star Ladder.
Yeah, and I think the Captain's Draft tournament is like 260 or something.
Yeah, which good for them.
Yeah,
good for them.
They're doing all right.
But yeah, so the Summit 2 teams that are going, Navi, Team Tinker. That's the redemption voting. Okay, wait. So we have Cloud9 who won the redemption vote.
Yeah, I like the campaigning that was happening.
Yeah, good for them. They're the most American non-American team.
Yeah, correct. There was a huge Reddit thread about this, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically, they did a kind of a neat thing for the Summit too, where they had the fans vote in a team that didn't win, and Cloud9 won that vote.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think it's a great team to vote in.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a fun team to watch. They're kind of unpredictable. Eternal Envy always does crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of good players. So
yeah.
That Fada Puck, man, I tell you what.
By the way, real quick, AUI 2000 did like a replay analysis.
Okay.
On YouTube. I think it's like a series that he's going to be starting.
Okay.
And first of all,
dude knows what's going on, by the way.
Dude knows what the crap is going on.
Yeah.
It's like 45 minutes of him just like dropping all this knowledge. And I'm like, wait, I'm still trying to figure out that thing that you said 35 minutes ago.
Right.
What are you talking about?
He's really, really knowledgeable about the game.
But in these videos, Jared,
okay.
he drinks a lot of water. Like, it's really awkward. Like, he'll just stop, and he'll be like, I'm going to take a sip of water. And he just, like, gulps it down on pause for, like, a minute or something. It's really strange, but kind of really funny.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
So
go
dude
ahead.
drinks a lot of water.
Dude drinks a lot of water.
Okay. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The redemption voting, just for those that are curious, there were 6 teams involved in ascending order. So the winner was Cloud9, second place was Navi, third place Team Tinker, Alliance, Newbie, and LGD were to round out the 6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I would have liked to see Team Tinker make it.
yeah.
Big fan of those guys. I want those guys to do so well.
I tell you, there's something weird about them though.
Yeah.
There's just something off.
It's like, I mean, I know they pretty much have like the super group thing going on, like Team Secret does.
Right,
but Secret makes it work.
Yeah, they're tier 2.
Yeah. No, we're not calling Team Tinker tier 2.
No, they're tier 2 mega team or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Super group.
Yeah, super group.
It's like Velvet Revolver.
Yeah.
Nobody actually likes them.
No. God, no. Yeah. Or anything with Chris Cornell.
Hey, you take that back. I love Audio Slave.
Anyway. So, yeah, that's pretty much it about the Summit 2. It's coming up, I think, second week of January.
You don't even like Soundgarden, Jared?
They're okay. That's the way I can take Chris Cornell the most, is in Soundgarden.
I love Soundgarden.
I enjoy Soundgarden, but if we're talking like the Seattle rock, I'm gonna take Alice in Chains over Soundgarden.
Oh, okay.
Every day of the week.
Man in the Box.
Oh yeah, man.
I would take Pearl Jam out of all of them easily. Dude, they've done shows with Neil Young. What's not to like about that?
No way. I still, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep.
Welcome back to We Like 90s Grunge.
So anyway, next bit of the news. Since we're still talking the pro scene here, Starladder Season 11 started. Seriously. What the hell?
Yeah.
Brian.
I don't know, Jared.
Starladder Season 10 ended, what, 2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
2 weeks or
maybe a month.
Maybe a month.
Yeah.
But really?
It's too much.
Well, I understand. Their qualifiers, like everything else, take about 2 months.
Yeah. They just do so many matches.
But God, yes.
So many. It's way too hard to follow.
I feel like Starladder is always happening.
Yeah.
Which,
and to some degree, that's okay. I think.
Yeah, it is.
But I think they just need to work on the pacing a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I think the idea is they try to get 2 in a year, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But I feel like they got 2 in a year in like 8 months instead of waiting, like spacing them out.
Right.
So I don't know if this is normally their
busy season or whatever.
Yeah, or like the pacing that they go with, or if TI getting moved up kind of messed with their pacing, or
yeah, I don't know. There's just
the gate seems off though. Let's put it that way.
There's just generally a lot of tournaments happening.
There is.
Yeah, it's just way too much to follow.
Yeah, we have the D2L going on right now.
Yeah.
Which feel bad for those guys.
Why do you feel bad for them?
Everybody's dropping out of their tournament.
Well,
it's because their prize pool is so small,
pretty low
comparatively. Yeah. I mean, like the
it's
XMG
50,000.
Yeah, and the XMG captain's draft, like you said, is over $250,000.
But they're having LAN finals at Caesar's Palace, and
that's pretty neat.
Part of it is they're paying. They pay for like hotels and flights. And all that
exactly.
Stuff.
I mean, it's probably $50,000 to fly the teams there and get them there and everything. But
I don't know. Is that a standard thing for tournaments?
Yeah, it's pretty standard.
Everyone does that.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, like Starladder Season 11, I was reading through like the particulars.
Yeah.
And they set aside $40,000 for the team.
Oh,
for travel expenses.
So why is their prize pool so low then?
I think it's just the company. I think what it is this is like the 6th season or 7th season of the D2CL.
Season 5.
Season 5.
Yeah.
I think that they've never increased their prize pool So I think 5 seasons ago, that was pretty acceptable.
Yeah.
Now it's getting to be less so.
Yeah.
So I think that's just honestly what it is the scene's getting a little more rich, and the D2L's not exactly.
So I would kind of expect it to kind of either fluctuate to having a larger prize pool, or not happening at all, or B, kind of what I would like to see is more amateur teams getting involved.
Right. Okay.
I would like to see that.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
No, that could be interesting.
I think it's one of the best produced tournaments out there, personally.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
It is. It is. I do enjoy AC. I do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he blows out your headphones.
And Tralf is interesting.
He's on a team, I think, isn't he?
Yeah.
I saw him playing on a team in a tournament. I forget which one.
He's on some team.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it is. But
you don't like Tralf?
He's okay.
Okay.
Not the biggest fan in the world. But yeah, I mean, he's not bad.
Yeah.
He knows his junk, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, and he compliments AC well.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
As everybody knows that watches him, he kind of talks out of his ass sometimes, which is fine. We do as well.
Yeah, he's been talking out of his ass more intelligently lately, though.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that.
You can tell he's learning a lot.
He has his profile up in between games and stuff. Mm-hmm. Dude's played like almost 6,000 games.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. It's a lot of games.
Yeah, I hope he's won some.
Yeah. I wonder if he's gotten any item drops.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. So that's pretty much what's going on with the news. Otherwise, I mean, we have Alliance supposedly going to redo their team again.
Yeah.
So it sounds like Chessie has a pretty serious back injury, and he may not be able to play
back
anymore.
injury.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez.
So not quite sure what's going on there, but obviously then they're going to be looking for a mid laner, which Hani's been playing with them, actually. This
is very interesting.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
And in their most recent games, the Bulldonger's not been with them.
Yeah, he's taken a bit of a hiatus from what I understand.
That's what they say. That's what they say. I know both Loda and Ake have tweeted and said that, hey,
kind of a whoa,
guys, he's still on the team for now. But yeah, so rumor monger here.
You think he's going to be leaving?
Did I not call that after TI4?
You did.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
I don't know. I think he's been playing really well.
He really has been, actually.
Yeah,
he really has been. He played an offlane Zeus in the XMG Captain's Draft.
Yeah, got
decimated, but he played Zeus.
By the way, it has been really strange to see this resurgence of like Zeus and Sniper in the pro scene.
And Spirit Breaker, bro.
Yeah, the
Space Cow's been getting some love.
I've been seeing a couple picks here and there of those three heroes.
I love it.
Crazy.
The meta right now is just so wide open. Anything you can do, whatever the hell you want, and it's great.
It's fun.
As long as you have a cohesive idea and
good.
You have some synergy and teamwork.
Yeah,
you can do whatever the hell you want, and it's great.
I do like that.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how the game should be.
Absolutely, it's in a good spot. Mm-hmm. Pretty much the only hero that you will never see in competitive is
Phantom Lancer.
Well, no, yes, because
that guy
he's
can
not
suck it.
He's not in captain's mode right now. But Chaos Knight, in my opinion.
Oh, really? Why?
He's just bad.
Loda loves Chaos Knight.
I know.
Maybe that's why they're reforming their team.
Probably. They're trying to look for somebody that can play IO, basically.
Right. Loda's still going to be a part of the team, even though
Loda and Ake, I think, are there. They've been like best friends forever, right?
Oh yeah, they're
like high school
bro friends,
bros.
Or whatever. Yeah. Have you've seen that picture of?
Yeah. I've seen that. God,
that's a weird picture.
Yeah, describe it so everybody is in on this.
Okay, I believe it's a picture of Loda without his shirt on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I think
Ake
has a hairdryer down his pants.
Yeah, he has it like down his
blow drying his noodle,
his genitalia.
His genitalia.
And I think S4 is in the mirror, like just voguing, isn't he, or something?
I don't know. I think it was EGM.
Oh, wasn't okay.
Or maybe the donger. I don't know.
No, I think it was S4 because it was a pretty boy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't EGM because he wasn't wearing a hat.
Yeah. What do you think he's got underneath that hat?
I'm going to guess no hair. I really am.
I'm going to say I think he keeps like snacks up there. Like he keeps some Cheetos up there.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know.
Sure. But otherwise,
in further news, Jared, I believe you have created a new Twitter account, correct?
Yes. After much debate and an urging, I guess, from you guys.
Well, it more so evolved from on the plus 3000 Twitter account. You would post Dota 2 betting advice.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jared, you should just make a We Like Dota betting Twitter account. And you said, okay.
I've got nothing to do at work today, so yes,
Yeah.
let me do that. So yeah, you can find it at We Like Dota Bets.
Yes.
Yeah. So just betting advice. I use exclusively Dota 2 Lounge.
Yeah.
I know that there's some other sites that you can use, but that's the one that I feel has been around the longest, so I trust it the most.
Yeah.
I haven't really got screwed on my item returns or anything like that.
Yeah. Me neither.
So, but yeah, just I guess follow that if you're interested in some Dota 2 gambling. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And definitely a way that you can, waste your hats if you want to.
Do you have any current betting advice, Jared?
Okay, so normally with Korean Dota,
Yeah.
I always bet the underdog because who the hell knows what's going to happen in Korean Dota?
Very volatile scene.
Yes, so I always bet the underdog. And I usually only bet 12 cents or something. So the base minimum.
You had a rough week, by the way.
Not too
as
bad.
far as value goes. Didn't you lose
Not too
3
bad.
sets of Manta styles for anti-mage?
That was 2 weeks ago, but yes.
Yeah.
I had a really good run, and that's usually followed by me getting way too greedy and betting it all away. That's how gambling works, so,
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I'll just throw $5 on Steam and buy some items and
Yeah.
bet them and have some fun.
So let me ask you this, Jared. Are we going to start a betting segment here on the show, or should we just watch the Twitter account?
Wait and see.
Wait and see. Okay.
Follow the Twitter for sure. But
I'm going to throw
yeah,
that in your hands to see
Yeah.
what you think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right. All right, Jared, let's get into the hero of the week.
Yeah, let's do that.
The hero of the week is Magnus.
Magnus.
Which we were talking about Magnus before the show started
Yeah.
and even during the show. And I have no idea what the heck's going on with Magnus.
Yeah, he's definitely an interesting hero.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going on for being, a melee strength hero because most of them don't really have too much.
He's Magnus the Magnusaurus.
Magnusaurus?
Magnusaurus.
Yeah,
Give me a
Magnusaurus.
break.
Magnusaurus.
Okay, let's talk about role and lane for this guy.
Sure.
How you running him?
Honestly, I like him most in the mid.
Okay.
I think he's a dude that needs levels, and if he can really take advantage of getting early. He's definitely an initiator of sorts with his skills that blink in the reverse polarity that we'll talk about here in a minute. It can really change team fights. So getting an early blink dagger on him is really, really ideal.
Yeah.
So, getting that farmed up, getting him as quick as possible so that he can kind of roam out, get some stuff done. You can rotate somebody in if you want to, or just start to break down the laning phase and go balls. So
Yes. Okay.
go balls.
All right. We'll talk about his abilities here, Jared.
Sure, please do, Brain.
Okay. His Q is called Shockwave. Magnus sends out a wave of force, damaging enemy units in a line. The cast range is 1150. Wave distance is 1150. Damage radius is 150. The damage is 75, 150, 225, and 300.
Scales pretty well, Brian.
Yes, it does, Jared. So what do you use this thing for?
Really, this helps for last hitting, honestly.
Okay.
If you are playing mid lane, it really, really helps last hitting.
Yeah.
If you're going against, somebody that's ranged and can harass out well.
Yeah.
But the thing is that costs mana.
Right.
So
So
an early bottle.
So bottle.
Yeah, an early bottle on him is pretty much a core item.
Well, if you can, correct me if I'm wrong, the general idea is to try and last hit and harass at the same time with this, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it goes in a straight line. So you can really,
Set that crap up.
Yeah, exactly. So just kind of move around and get it done. And like you said, you can get 2 or 3 last hits at the same time if you, do it well or, harass it as well. So it's usually the ability that you scale primarily. So having that maxed by 7 is usually the way to go.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, his W is called Empower. Gives an allied unit bonus damage and cleave on attack.
Yeah.
Cast range is 800. Cleave radius is 200. Cleave damage is 20, 30, 40, and 50%. Attack damage bonus is 20, 30, 40, and 50%, and the duration is 40. Wow.
It's pretty good.
That seems pretty good.
It's pretty good.
So wait, what is this? This isn't a passive, right?
No, this is castable.
So you cast this on somebody.
Either yourself or one of your, You can cast on a creep if you want.
Wow.
Yeah, it's legit.
So
this would...
So you cast this thing like on your carry?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
It combos really well with Slark, Brian.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this, Jared. You're bringing up Slark. I thought you said Slardar for a minute.
Well, yeah, that would work too.
All right. Let's talk about this, Jared. Okay. I have never received so much straight up hatred for me disliking a hero as I have Slark. And I just want to put it out there. Those are my own thoughts and opinions, and you can look at my win record, and you can clearly see that I don't know what I'm doing.
He's a hard hero to execute, so that's one of the reasons we stay away from him. Slark, that is.
Yeah, I would just rather farm up and win that way instead of potentially
being useless.
If
you don't get ganks.
Yeah, you have to count on the fact that the other team is going to put themselves out of position.
No, I understand. But man,
anyway, back on the straight.
Farm Slark, man.
Oh yeah, he's not bad. I'm not saying that.
Absolutely.
All right, back on the straight and narrow here.
So
Empower. Tell me about Empower.
This actually could make him a viable support option as well. I'm just putting that out there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it makes him more attractive as a number 3 position.
Yeah,
pick.
no, I agree with that. But
I don't think this is a support. I mean, it is a nice support ability, but
yeah, normally
you're not picking him as a support for this ability.
Yeah, normally with this ability, I skill it early with 1 point if I'm laning against another melee hero where I can actually get up and do some last hitting. Otherwise, I just wait until I have both his Q and E maxed.
Yeah.
So,
you know what though? After looking at his next 2 abilities, I don't. You always do this to me, Jared. I don't necessarily disagree with this.
Yep, exactly.
I can see where you're coming from here.
I know you can. So bring the next ability, Brian,
okay,
and maybe you'll see where I'm coming from with my Magnus support.
The next ability is called Skewer. It's his E. Magnus rushes forward, goring enemy units on his massive tusk.
Yeah, right in the tusk, baby.
Heroes hit on the way will be dragged to the destination, then damaged and slowed.
This thing is great.
The cast range is global?
That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make sense at all. The max skewer distance is 750, 900, 1050, and 1200. Skewer radius is 125.
I think basically it's saying that you can cast it to anywhere, but you're only going to skewer that skewer distance.
So what's the point in casting it as far as you want then, if you can only skewer a certain distance?
I have no idea.
Okay. Volvo fix. Damage is 70, 140, 210, and 280. That's pretty good.
Scale's pretty okay.
Move speed slow is 40%. Attack speed slow is 40. Hyperstone is plus 55 damage.
Yep.
Or plus 55 attack speed. So that's
significant.
Yeah.
It's worth approximately, if you count that, probably about 1,700 gold.
Yeah. Right. Also destroys trees within a 200 radius during the charge.
Also notable.
And 400 radius at the destination point.
Yeah, so if somebody's trying to hide from you, tree juke you, just skewer the crap out of those trees. You can't juke anywhere, baby.
That's right, baby. Magnus charges at a speed of 950.
Yeah, so really, this is the reason that you want to get that early blink dagger up.
Right.
So you can kind of blink on the other side of somebody, skewer them out of position, and then use your other abilities on them.
Okay.
Or allow your team to go crazy on them.
Go nuts, yeah.
Yeah.
Right click.
Yes, right click.
As it turns out, Jared, to win the game, you right click.
Most times, yes. Right click the fountain.
Yes. By the way, I had some tough times last night. This had never happened to me before, where I would click on the top.
Never happened, Brian.
Sure. I've clicked on the top portion of the mini map and accidentally clicked to move my hero halfway across the map.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I just start walking out of the team fight.
I'm just putting this out there. There's a console command that will make it so you have to have your cursor on the map for a certain amount of time before you can do that.
I'm going to do that.
You should. It is it is well worth the investment of 10 seconds to get that done.
And then also...
So like delay of like a half a second, so you have to have your cursor on the mini-map for like half a second before you can do that.
That's smart.
It is.
Remember that one match we were playing where I remember specifically we were fighting like on that kind of plateau area above the Roshan pit?
Yeah.
On the dire side. And then all of a sudden I wound up in the bottom lane. I was like, how did I get down here? And Jared's like, did you TP?
I think you teleported somehow.
Lo and behold, my teleport scroll was gone. Somehow I wound up in the bottom lane, Jared.
No idea how that happened.
This is why Noobs Ask Noobs has 1.9k MMR.
Oh yeah.
We can't even like mechanically play the game.
So bad.
Like we can't even get to the point where strategies come into it.
Why do we have a podcast that people listen to when we are so bad at this game? Oh god,
I don't know.
this is great.
Ask them, Jared.
Yeah, what is up, guys?
Yeah, ask them.
Thanks for listening to us talk out of our butts for an hour.
Final thought, then we'll get on to Magnus's ultimate.
Sure, go ahead.
There is a website. I don't know what it is. I'll put it in the show notes. It's an auto exe generator for Dota 2.
Yeah, do that.
Where you can. It has all the console commands. You just type in what you want them to be. You just type in the values, and it'll generate a text file that you paste into a file in Dota 2, and then every time you start up Dota 2, it'll automatically load all those commands.
That would be great.
Those console commands.
Because since I'm old,
yes,
I need my mini-map icons to be twice the size they normally should be.
Oh, I've started doing that. It's
1,200? Do you do 1,200?
I think I do 1,000.
Oh, see, I go 1,200. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
These things are like raisins. They're huge.
Raisins?
Yeah, they're like...
Yeah.
They're big.
I have noticed it's very nice for casting matches as well.
Absolutely.
It makes it a little easier for the viewing audience to see what's going on.
Yes, absolutely, Brian.
IMO, as the kids say.
Yes.
Okay, Jared, let's talk about Magnus's ultimate.
Yes, the reason that you get Magnus.
Yes, reverse polarity, or RP. Thank you, AC. Magnus changes properties of matter, sucking all nearby enemies in front of him and stunning them with a powerful slam and dealing damage. The radius on this is 410. The damage is 50, 125, and 200.
Right. Not much,
horrible.
but enough.
Here's the hero stun duration, Jared.
Oh, yes.
2.25, 3, and 3.75 seconds. Those are seconds, Jared.
Oh, yeah. It's legit.
Yeah.
It's legit. So basically, the idea with Magnus here, you blink on the other side of somebody, you skewer them, and then you RP.
I've seen the opposite.
You can do either.
I've seen...
I prefer that way.
Okay.
Because then you have somebody stunned out of position for 3.5, whatever, the duration of what your ultimate is. Right. So that's the way I personally like to do it.
It's kind of what you want to get.
Yeah.
Do you want to get like a sweet 4-second stun off essentially, or do you want to get a 4-second stun off to set up a skewer?
Right. So it's what it is.
Yeah, it just depends on what you want to do. But
and really what you can get out, because I mean, what an RP does, it also sucks them into like all the heroes that are in that radius into one spot.
Yeah.
So if you have like 3 or 4 heroes, you could all skewer all of them back.
Oh my gosh.
So then you RP, get them all in one spot, pop them back.
And of course, this, you can just get off so many other different abilities from other heroes. The synergy is crazy.
Yeah, you can do so much.
Get off a nice Dream Coil, get off a nice Sunstrike or something, or
whatever. I mean,
Black Hole or whatever.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, super hard to execute, really easy to play in my opinion.
So that's Magnus. Super hard to execute, really easy to play. I
think so.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about items on him, Jared.
Pretty standard, pretty stock.
What do you want to be getting?
You want to honestly, for now, you can do treads on him.
Okay. Power treads.
A drum is nice. It gives you. He's a strength hero, so it's going to give you a little extra damage. It's going to give you the extra life. It's going to give you the extra mana as well.
Yeah.
Because
that's a nice
it's got the
item.
robe of the Magi on
nice
there.
item right there.
And drum charges are always good to try to get into position if you're chasing somebody. Otherwise, then core items, you're looking at, a Blink Dagger Force Staff, anything that's mobility based to get you into position to skew your RP, do crazy things. I think
the Force Staff would even be pretty decent too, because it seems like he's pretty mana dependent.
Yes.
So that might be a decent pickup on him.
Exactly. So, I mean, it's going to increase your mana pool. And then, because late game, you're really almost always going to be farming a Refresher Orb to try to get, your double RPs off.
Yeah.
So, that's a lot of mana, though.
Yeah. And then I think beyond that, probably something like a Heart of Tarask would be really good.
Oh, absolutely.
Or an Assault Cuirass.
Yeah. Anything that's going to help you to be survivable, to get those abilities off. Because they do actually have pretty low cooldowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned an early bottle would be good.
Oh, God, yes.
Especially if you're mid.
Mm-hmm.
I think even if you're off lane, it would work out somewhat well.
Yeah.
Because he's a pretty mobile hero.
Yeah. He's got, I think, 310 starting move speed, so he's over that 300 mark where
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's above average.
Yeah, it's 310, 315, something like that. But
what about Bloodstone on him?
That'd be okay. I'd be all right with it.
Yeah. That could be fun.
Yeah. Build an early Soul Ring. God, that's so awesome that builds into Bloodstone now, by the way.
It's so great.
It makes so much more sense. Mm-hmm. It makes so much more sense.
You want to be making sense, Jared.
God.
Do you go Stout Shield on him? Do you try and build a Stout Shield?
Maybe I think so.
Maybe
like
go
a Crimson Guard?
Crimson Guard, yeah. I was trying to think what that armor set is.
Yeah, I mean, if you have enough farm, because that's an expensive item. And here's the thing: if you're not going against physical damage heroes, it's not necessarily worth it, in my opinion. So if you have somebody, if you're playing like a Naga Siren, hell yeah, you want to be building that Crimson Guard,
that
or
thing
a Terrorblade, or anybody that has illusion base, or just your right clickers.
Yeah. I love Crimson Guard. I feel like it's so good up until about 35 or 40 minutes into the game.
Right, but here's the thing. If you're not getting good farm, you're not going to get it until about 35 minutes into the game.
Right.
Because you're going to build a Blink Dagger on him first.
Yeah.
Because if you're not building a Blink Dagger on him first, he's worthless, in my opinion.
Oh, I absolutely agree. Because you're counting on him to be your initiator.
Yeah, exactly. At 12, 15 minutes.
Right.
And that's really where he's going to start getting your team ahead.
Yeah.
Is the end of the laning phase, early mid-game, where you're really starting to see that 5-man team fight come in. Yeah.
He can make it happen.
Oh, yeah. He can make it happen good.
All right, Jared. What's your final verdict on Magnus?
In the right hands, I recommend. For most people, do not.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna give it one of these.
You're muted.
Dang it. This is why we need to get you back on the board. One of these.
I got time for that.
So that's a no.
I don't know what to give it.
Okay.
I'll go with you. If you're a good Magnus player, yes.
I think that he's a fun hero to mess around against bots.
Okay.
Wait until you're confident on him playing against real people because he's hard to execute, man.
There's
really
a certain point where you're just skewering yourself into feeding position.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm now in optimal feeding position. Yeah.
Or the reverse polarity is also very difficult to get a hang of because you can just fat finger that thing so easily, and the cooldown's like 140 seconds.
Oh, I had a really bad fat finger a couple days ago. I was playing Crystal Maiden, and I fat fingered her ultimate, and all you see is her like bump her staff, and you see like 2 of her snowflakes come down. Yeah. And then I just run off in another direction.
You're like, oh crap.
And you just see everyone put emoticons into chat. It was the fail one from the Dota Cinema bundle that has Storm Spirit blowing up.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh yeah, no, it's rough.
I put sad face into the chat.
Yeah, understandably. That's a sad face moment. Mm-hmm. I had no idea when I first started playing her, by the way, that you had to hold to channel that. Because some channeled spells, I feel like you don't. Is that true?
Hold the button?
Yeah.
You don't have to hold the button.
Oh, you don't?
You just press it and that's it.
Oh, maybe I was trying to move places after I did it.
Just don't go anywhere.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Yeah. I do like
So maybe I hold the button so that I don't move.
I do like the idea of doing that. That's a smart idea.
Yeah. So maybe that's what I started doing.
It seems logical.
Yeah. Or I just hold my stop command.
I don't know if you should do that.
Wait, yeah.
Then you might stop channeling the spell.
Oh, crap.
All right, Jared, let's talk about the item of the week.
Okay.
The item of the week are Boots of Speed.
Boots of Speed.
A.K.A. brown boots.
Yeah. We're really reaching today.
We're doing it, Jared. So these give you plus 50 movement speed.
Yeah.
How many dollars do these cost?
Those cost $450, Brian.
$450.
Gold coin.
You can buy them at the side shop.
Yeah, you can.
And that's literally all they do for you.
No, they give you 50 movement speed, Brian.
50 movement speed, and they're $450.
Yeah, but you always first off, you always want to buy these pretty early.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
Let's talk about playing support. We used to not get boots as early as we need to.
Yeah.
So it's worth mentioning that as a support, you want to be buying your boots before you buy a second round of wards.
Right.
Yeah. So always delay things like that for your boots.
Yeah.
No matter what your team is telling you.
Yeah, boots, especially, I think on any hero, are super important to get up really almost as soon as you can.
By 5 minutes.
Yeah. Unless you have to, you really need additional regen.
Right.
You want to be buying boots as soon as humanly possible. You generally don't want to buy them as a starting item because it's going to slow down some of your creep farming. You know, because you want to be buying some iron branches.
Yeah, if you're solo offlaning, I think that's a very wise investment, though.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah,
because it's going to give you a movement speed advantage. You're going to be, it's going to be hard for you in general. Mm-hmm. Just because you are solo and your offlane is usually harder.
Yeah.
It's going to give you that movement speed early to just kind of make sure that you don't get caught out of position.
Yeah, that mobility will be really good.
Absolutely.
And really, I like to think of this as a way to, it helps you last hit.
Absolutely.
As a melee hero, helps you to get into position easier to chop them down or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there you have it, folks. Boots of speed.
Boots of speed. Do we want to go into all the rest of the boots or not? That's completely up to you.
Let's briefly talk about them, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
So they also build into arcane boots, boots of travel, tranquil boots, phase boots, and power treads.
Yes, absolutely.
And Jared, with you being our resident kind of knowledge expert.
Sure, yeah.
Let's
I talk out of my ass more than anybody else.
And you do a damn good job of it.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about kind of what situations you buy the different boots for, I guess.
Sure.
Let's start with arcane boots. Who do you want to buy arcane boots on?
You want to buy arcane boots on anybody that has mana problems.
Sounds legit.
But really, if you're playing support, you definitely want to talk to your other support. You want at least one set of arcane boots on your team.
Yeah.
Every game.
They're fantastic up until about 20 minutes into the game.
And even afterwards,
Everyone always needs more mana.
Absolutely. If you're playing support in the pubs, always buy a mana boot.
Always buy a mana boot.
Because you always want to make sure that your carry has mana, because he might not know how to use it.
Yeah.
And you always want to make sure that he has it.
Yeah.
So, it's a great item for anybody that, like I said, has mana issues or any support, really.
Cool.
You can build mana boots on anybody, in my opinion, and depending on your team composition, it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, what about boots of travel, Jared?
Boots of travel. So late game really is where you're going to be most likely picking this up, unless you're playing a hero like Tinker or Naga Siren, somebody that needs to get around the map really quickly. The thing that's really cool about boots of travel is it replaces your teleport scroll. It allows you to kind of get across the map quickly, and you can teleport to creeps instead of just towers and buildings, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And
especially in the late game when there aren't any more towers on the
exactly.
map.
Or you can teleport to weird things like Elder Titan's Astral Spirit or Warlock's Golem.
Or the what's that
hawk?
The hawk and
the hawk for Beastmaster.
What's the other thing that the beaver? That
the boar.
The boar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're the most expensive boot by far.
Right.
But it's definitely an investment.
Yeah. Tranquil boots. When do you buy tranquil boots?
So I used to really hate tranquil boots.
Oh, okay.
But man, I'm in love with them now.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I love them. They give you a little extra armor. They give you that beautiful health regen, which is awesome. And they're the only boot, aside from boots of travel, that give you extra movement speed.
Oh, okay.
Well, aside from phase boots when you phase.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because it's a plus 60 when they're broken, which is like when you've attacked or gotten hit where you don't get the bonus regen. And then when they're green or unbroken, you're getting the bonus regen, which is I think it's like 16 or something like that.
It's pretty nice.
HP. It's legitimate.
Yeah.
And you get plus 90 movement speed.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Nice. That's nice.
Because Boots of Travel give you plus 100.
So buy these on Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, exactly. Crystal Maiden, any support that you're not buying...
Mana Boot?
Yeah, exactly. I think that you should be building Tranquil nowadays, honestly.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, especially on Crystal Maiden. With
it gives you sustain that you don't have to, worry about being low health.
Yeah.
It's great. Extra movement speed to mobility, extra armor. It's nice.
Yeah. And of course,
and you build them on Spirit Breaker every time.
Okay, there you go.
The movement speed. Everything is based on movement speed with him. So movement speed is all.
Yeah. I just want to make a disclaimer. Of course, we're making a ton of blanket statements here.
Right.
Broad blanket statements.
Yeah.
Everything's situational, of course.
100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But long story short, boots are really good.
Always buy boots.
Yeah. Phase boots, Jared.
So your carries are normally going to build 1 and 2 boots, either your power treads or phase boots. Mm-hmm. And really it just depends on what they're looking for.
Right.
Phase boots are great for mobility because they allow you to go through heroes and creeps and whatever.
I immediately think of heroes like Doom, Ember Spirit.
Yep.
That's all.
Life Stealer
right now. Life Stealer.
Stealer. Absolutely. Any single target really carry where you're looking to go on one person. Phase boots are where it's at.
Or if you can get kited around easily, phase boots are really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the thing with phase boots, they give you, I think it's plus 9 damage or plus 18 damage or something like that.
No, it's 2 claws of attack, so it'd be plus 16.
16? Okay. Yeah, whatever it is.
Whatever.
So, but then they can phase every 8 seconds where you can move through units and get bonus movement speed for like 3 seconds, I think.
Right. And then that brings us to power treads, Jared.
Right. The most versatile of boots.
You love power treads.
I love power treads. They give you so many options because you can tread swap, move between the agility, strength, and intelligence.
So it gives you additional attack speed.
It gives you attack speed plus 8 to any attribute at one time.
Whichever one you select.
Yeah. So it can give you some extra mana, it can give you some extra life, or it can give you extra armor and attack speed.
I tend to think of power treads as the default unless you need the mobility.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to help you tank.
Assuming you're playing a core hero,
right. And even on supports it makes sense too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think on those like supports that tend to kind of scale into cores later in the game if needed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, this brings us to the time of the show where we talk about why am I talking like this? Where we bring back...
That's a part of the show?
Yeah, we bring back...
why am I talking like this?
Executive producer of the show, Cheeks of Flappin', to talk about stuff. So here's this.
Hello.
Welcome to the dense and impenetrable web of systemic bullshit we collectively refer to as Dota.
Hey, Cheeks.
Cheeks, how's it going?
It's going great here in the chat. Now, just make sure you can hear me, correct?
Absolutely.
Not at all.
Okay. Oh,
okay.
Come on.
Wait, hold on. First thing I want to talk about here is I have a note here. I don't know what's going on. It just says Cheeks talks about almost getting in a fight with a random listener.
Now listen, it wasn't a fight. Here's the story. We were playing in a 4-stack the other day, and we happened to get matched up with another sort of Crystal Maiden. I believe they're now guild member King of the North, I think is what the name was. Anyway,
okay.
So I was giving a little constructive criticism to their play, and then they typed back to me, because I was on open mic. They typed back to me, oh, and it's never your fault. And I'm like, no, it's always my fault. It's just I'm trying to give a little constructive criticism.
Obviously, he has...
So was this a teammate or...
This is a teammate, yes.
Oh,
so
awesome.
On the same...
I was going to say, obviously, he hasn't seen any episodes of Whispering with Cheeks.
Oh, God.
I don't know how much of that is my fault. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, so anyway, anyway, we get into a little discussion. I say, listen, Crystal Maiden, we're all not. So let's not get mad. I mean, here, I will give you a compliment sandwich. That's where you give a compliment, then some criticism, and then a compliment underneath. So it makes the criticism a little bit more palatable.
That's
that's
a corporate management technique.
Exactly. And so I said, I love that you're using your Frost Nova thingies. I mean, that's great. If we could have had perhaps a little less position in Sniper's shrapnel thing, then I think what you were trying to achieve could have been achieved to greater effect. But otherwise, solid play. Keep going.
Thanks for skilling your arcane aura.
Exactly. So that's what, and we worked it out, and then they were listening to, I think they were listening to us talk, and they were saying, just because we talk a lot of nonsense, and he said, you should host a radio show, and I was like, actually, we kind of do, and he's like, it's a really crappy one, and he's like, we like Dota.
Oh yes,
that's the one. He says, your place for Dota 2 misinformation is what I said. But anyway.
Oh, that's really funny.
And then we patched things up and everything's. I mean, it's just one of those things. I had this a couple of weeks ago when I was playing in a match, and there was this one guy who every bit of criticism he had for the team was followed by a WTF.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And so like our other carry, the farming carry, just totally peeved at this guy, and would not listen to him, which stank because the guy had really, really good game sense. Like, he clearly knew where we needed to be.
Right.
And the other guy just got in such a tizzy the whole rest of the time that I was trying to patch things up with him. I was like, if he apologizes to you, would you be willing to come and join the team's fight? I was trying to play like the intermediary, but it just, it wasn't working out. And I even, it's like, I know, he told me what the F a couple times, and I said, and I just like, well, this guy clearly knows what he's talking about. I'll try not to take it too hard. I prefer the win, and so no hard feelings.
Everyone knows Dota is serious.
Yeah, all the time. We never have fun.
Which,
there's no fun to be had.
Speaking of Dota is serious, we played a match. Cheeks, it was you and I, and then Mitch, Diddy Mitch, and Bad Potato?
Crazy Potato. And I feel like I need to issue a formal apology to everyone because I feel like I was maybe taking it a little too seriously. You did seem a little surly.
I was a little surly.
So I was inferring as much as I could about your typing. And I was like, that seems a little surly.
Yeah, sometimes typing can be taken a little too surly, but my general demeanor was not good. So
hey, there's days like that.
Yeah, so I just want to say, Diddy Mitch and Crazy Potato, I had fun playing with you guys, even though I was a little surly, and I would enjoy playing with you guys again.
Sure.
That was still a good game.
Yeah.
Still a fun game. All right, well, we've been chatting up a storm this week.
Awesome.
Storm this week. We've been talking about, let's see, one of my favorite things. Initially, we started just sending messages back and forth in the chat that was like, we need wards. Careful. I think I actually put it out there first because Last Talon drank his hot cocoa too fast and burned himself.
Oh,
so I put in the chat wheel, careful, with an exclamation point, followed by we need wards. And then Hugh chimed in with, Ben is missing. And I said, report please, AFK. That sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm retreating, my new favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that was fun. And then Hugh kind of brought up the idea or the notion. I know we were talking a couple weeks ago about like what items you'd like to see put in the game.
Okay.
New items.
Yeah.
Hugh said, wouldn't it be cool if you could buy a tower as an item? And so we decided that the way that the tower item would work was that you'd have to buy it at the secret store.
Yeah. Okay.
And
the secret store.
And it would instantly set your movement to 0, movement speed to 0. And that other heroes could shift-click aggression off of them. And then when it's destroyed, then the other team gets golden experience. So as you take damage, it takes damage too.
So the item is basically used solely for feeding.
Yes, pretty much. And I was thinking that would be great because then you could buy a blink dagger, and then you could just sort of try and blink your way
across the map.
Or the rest of the team could get force staffs and push you around.
Go hide in the enemy base. It's 30 minutes in. Nobody has noticed I'm here yet.
Exactly. You would have a glyph of protection, which you could use once every 20 minutes.
That sounds like a perfectly reasonable item. Speaking of towers, I believe there's actually a item set coming out for Tiny that makes him look like either a Mayan temple or
really?
like a Celtic tower.
Oh, that's great. I was thinking that we should do a treant set that makes him look like a tower.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be kind of neat. Just make his model ridiculously large.
Yeah, exactly. Or make him have like a busted tower and he has like the top of the tower as a hat or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Be cool. Like the busted tower armor or something like that. That would be pretty sweet. And they could have lots of vines wrapped around it to like how towers look when they're getting broken up.
Yeah, get on that, man.
I'll get on that right away. Oh, no, tree's so hard to draw because he's got all those leaves.
Conceptual drawing.
Well, yeah, still. It's still a lot of leaves. But I guess Io is kind of hard to draw because he has all those little light balls.
The beekeeper of the light set.
Yeah, it was difficult.
that was good.
It was a difficult rendering to do just solely in black and white without a lot of high contrast.
You did good work
anyway.
on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah. So that was the majority of our chat. And of course, Last Talon was in there, just disagreeing with everything.
Perfect.
Good.
As is tradition.
And actually giving us the correct information.
Okay, good.
So
someone needs to know what's going on.
It would be, what I kind of envision for Last Talon is that we cut in a commentary track with him that we release to our new Patreon subscribers.
Perfect.
And so they get the premium podcast, which is as Last Talon.
It has correct
sort of
information.
Quietly making corrections, sort of over the top of the podcast.
Perfect.
Love it.
That'll be only available to our patrons on Patreon.
Perfect.
God.
That's actually a really good idea.
I like that a lot, actually.
I think it'd be pretty good.
Oh,
we'll
my
have
goodness.
to ask Last Talon if he's on board.
So thanks for getting us the correct information for us talking out of our butts last time.
Yes.
As always.
Exactly. So should we get on to some noobs ass noobs?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's see if we can embarrass
Okay.
ourselves even more.
Yes, I don't have any bumper music yet. I've been tasked with making more bumper music. So
Yes.
here's some noobs ass noobs bumper music. I'm going to do it with my mouth. Here we go. It's time for noobs ass noobs.
Oh, that was great.
Thank you. I'm a songwriter. Anyway,
This
here we
show is
go.
off the tracks, Jared. It's off the rails.
There are no rails.
This is what people tune in for. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
the last 2 days, I've had my teeth kicked in by a pair of good storm spirits. I'm assuming these are in
Okay.
2 separate games.
I hope so.
Basically, they owned mid lane, then proceeded to zip around, silencing us, turning us into sheep, blasting us in the face, all while making ridiculous
rough.
comments.
That's rough.
Then escaping with 50 health.
Yep.
Basically,
That's
Storm Spirit is a dick. How do I kill it? And that's from an evil donkey. Friend of the show, an evil donkey.
Hashtag Storm Spirit's a dick.
Yes,
So sorry
much.
about that, evil donkey. Good storm spirits are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be clear, I have. Well, hold on. What's the question here? What do you do? Is that the question?
Yes, how do you kill him?
Okay.
How do we kill him? With
Lockdown.
damage.
First off, you need to stun him. You need to stun him, because once you get him stunned, he's a lot easier to deal with. You need somebody with a pretty instantaneous stun. Rubik comes to mind because that telekinesis is an instant cast, has 0 cast point.
Yeah. You want to stun and burst.
Yeah, exactly. So a good combination I can think of would be maybe
Lena.
Yeah, Lena would work. So yeah, you'd telekinesis, Rubik Lena, telekinesis into her light strike array or whatever.
You'll Scepter and Ice Path, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Yule Scepter would be good against him, I think. Mm-hmm. So, but that requires farm if you're getting killed all the time. It's hard. And if he's zipping around silencing you.
Yeah, I to be clear, I don't know how to play Storm Spirit well. But I do know. Yeah, I guess just what Jared said. You want stuns and you want burst damage.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Stuns burst.
That's all I got for you. That's all we got for you.
Yep.
A sound strategy.
Yes.
From We Like Dota. Anyway, moving on.
Perfect.
Next question is from OC Panda, friend of the show, OC Panda,
yes, OC
who writes, choose a hero to model your WLD trophy after and describe the pose and positioning of that hero.
Oh, this is like a Smash Brothers type situation here.
Yes.
Mine would be Spirit Breaker. He would be on top of like another hero. Maybe we could use Storm Spirit in this instance.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he would be like choking him with one hand and his mace thing ready to go down onto the head.
Wow.
Very violent.
Wow.
And ready to go, but I think it'd be a very, very picturesque and a lot of blue going on there with that then.
Yeah.
So
I think I would want mine to be.
I love Spirit Breaker.
It would be for Bristleback because I like Bristleback quite a bit.
Okay.
But the actual trophy would be. Let's see.
Just quills.
Let's think. Yeah, exactly. Let's think of some sort of melee carry. Maybe Juggernaut.
Okay.
Juggernaut with a bunch of quills stuck in him. That would be my trophy.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one.
As long as he doesn't have that stupid adventuring hat on. God, I hate that thing.
That thing is annoying.
It's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
I got you. My trophy would be a model of the base, either Radiant or Dire's base.
Okay.
And sitting on the floor of the base would be Observer Wards and Dust.
Okay.
Is there?
I like that. That's kind of classy.
Is there any of your heroes transformed into a tower with the tower item?
Not yet.
Yeah.
And maybe a Divine Rapier and a Gem of True Sight laying in
Perfect.
there too. And then maybe they'd be like on a little thing so they could spin around. They could rotate a little
Yes.
bit. And maybe they'd have an LED inside so they could glow.
Or maybe mine could just be one of the ancients just blowing up,
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
having lost the match.
What would you nickname the trophy?
Dota 2 trophy.
Good name.
We like trophy.
We like trophy.
It's that sort of we like trophy. We like trophy. I like that. That's good. We like trophy. Wasn't there actually some talk of you guys like buying one of those replica vanguards and like inscribing the winner's name for each season or something like that?
I don't believe there was any talk of that.
Not between us.
Yeah, because those are
That's
like
what I heard.
$300.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You got I mean, with all that fat Patreon cash.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Fat stacks
Problem.
on deck.
yeah. Totally fat stacks everywhere.
All right, what else do you got for us, Cheeks?
Let's see here. Oh, I've got one more question. This is from friend of the show, Diddy Mitch.
Ah,
He
yes,
says,
Diddy
"What are your
Mitch."
thoughts?" He asked, it's been interesting playing with Diddy Mitch, first of all. Disclaimer here. I've been learning a lot about Ireland.
Uh-huh.
Mostly that the people don't believe in the letter H.
God.
Oh,
That
poor
they do indeed
Mitch.
they do indeed have baked potatoes.
Okay.
That's not a purely American thing.
Okay.
I
I
feel
don't like baked
cultural
potatoes.
racism right now.
But surprisingly, no Lucky Charms are available.
Oh, interesting.
And
By the way, a quick shout out to Diddy Mitch. He does have
Veiled
a podcast
racism.
that he hosts. I believe it's
true.
called the Celtic Gamer Podcast.
Yes, the Celtic Gamer.
Yes.
yeah.
All right. So anyway, what's
so cross pollination? Check it out.
What's Mitch?
So if
what's Mitch's
if
question?
you're Celtic, check it out. Or if you're not, check it out. Anyway, Diddy Mitch would like to know the team's thoughts on KFC gravy.
Oh, avoid.
This is a life question.
Avoid like the plague. It'll make you poop like crazy. I can only imagine it'd give you explosive diarrhea, like Ebola style diarrhea.
No, it's not that bad. It's rather bland.
Who knows what
It has a
kind
very
of stuff's made
off-putting
of.
color. It's oddly liquid. If that makes sense.
It's
I
running
fe-
smooth.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
oddly smooth. I guess is
great.
what I'm looking for. Now let's say oddly liquid, but
Well, let's clarify this. How often are we going to KFC?
I haven't been to KFC in a while.
I haven't been to KFC. I think I've gone to KFC 3 times in my entire life.
What?
The last time I went to KFC was in 2008 when they had the Double Down, and I was doing a wine podcast called The Grape Calls, and we paired a delicious dry Riesling with, it was a delicious dry Chardonnay with a Double Down. It was great.
Yeah,
I
their
think I haven't
bowls.
been there in about 25 years, I think.
Yeah.
Probably helped.
It's been a while for myself too. I don't think I've been to KFC since I got married.
I don't think your colon can support it anymore.
Yeah, probably
your
not.
gut, it'll just
been
literally,
probably 7 or
it'll
8 years.
explode your gut.
Yeah, my guts would probably literally explode.
Yeah.
But I ate a lot of it in college, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
You know,
man.
I didn't mind the gravy with the mashed potatoes and biscuits.
That's true. That's true. And I tell you what, they had those bowl things that had the gravy and the corn and the potatoes. Those
I came
things.
after mine.
Oh, good lord!
Pretty good?
I ate so much of that in college.
Okay.
There's a reason I gave the freshman 15 4 years in a row.
Yeah. That sounds about right. I do enjoy like a good gravy that's like real, that you made with like drippings from, cooking meat or something like that.
No, absolutely.
I enjoy saying good gravy.
That's true. I enjoy good gravy as well.
Good gravy.
Good gravy. It's a pantsless void.
He's right here.
Those sorts of things. Yeah, I know. I see him.
All right,
Yeah.
Cheeks, you got anything else for us?
That's it for this week. I apologize for being remiss on setting up a Noobs Ask Noobs for November thread. So OC Panda went ahead and did it.
Thanks, OC.
So guys, just jump on that one. And thanks to OC Panda for doing my job for me.
Look, if
you can
anything,
find me at- What?
I was gonna say, if anything, we just aim for mediocrity on this podcast. That's all.
yeah.
You
That's
know,
what
yeah.
That's what we look for.
We looked for the bottom bar and barely took it over it.
Yeah.
That's right. So give us your money on Patreon. Here we go. You can find me on Twitter at Cheeks of Flappin'.
Okay.
Because Ben totally screwed me on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare on PS4, you can find me on PS4 with the gamer tag Cheeks. That's CCHHEEEEKKSS.
Okay.
So cheeks doubled.
2 of each letter.
Or no, it's Cheeks.
Perfect.
Gotcha. Thanks for clarifying.
Yes.
Okay, Jared, where can we find you online?
You can find my my personal Twitters +3000 PLUS number 3000. You can also follow me on We Like Dota Bets. That's at We Like Dota Bets.
I'm excited to see how this turns out.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah.
So far, I don't know how I did, but the first day I kicked ass.
Yeah.
Second day, not so much. But that's okay. That's the way gambling works. Just disclaimer, obviously. This is just for fun. Blah, blah, blah. This is not professional advice.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Do not invest all your money in hats, is what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, probably not a sound investment strategy.
Yes.
Probably.
You can find
Ron.
Ben Yadneb
What a
Day
strategy.
on Twitter at Dota Yadneb. You can find me on Twitter personally at BYinger, BYINGER. You can follow We Like Dota on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Twitch.
Yeah, yeah.
And the We Like Dota League, I believe we have one more match, and then we're heading into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, round 2, baby.
So we're coming up on that, and Jared, we have just had a blast casting.
It's been a lot of
casting
fun.
Those
It's been a lot of
matches,
fun.
so-
Shout out to all the teams. They've been doing great. They've had a lot of good fun games, and
Yep.
I'm excited to see it as the league gets further in.
Yeah, so
I'm excited to see the We Like trophy.
yes.
Yes.
You can find the VODs for those on our YouTube page, or even a better place to go is on our subreddit, welikedota.reddit.com, because there's some matches out there that are casted by community members and stuff.
Yeah,
and,
which, shout out to you guys for doing that. That's awesome, guys.
shout out to Accelerate of Boehner Soup. He started to stream his own stuff out there.
Yeah,
Accelerate Gaming, so you can check that out on our subreddit as well.
a lot of fun.
Exciting to see people kind of take up the gauntlet and
Seriously,
try
it's
their hand
great
at
for us. Yeah.
casting and that sort of stuff. So that's really
Thanks
cool.
for that.
And of course, shout out to Bunny and Last Talon, who have
We
been
couldn't do without you guys.
adminning the We Like Dota League. So
Yeah, big
our-
shout out.
Our music comes to us courtesy of Michael Edwards of the Flipping Tables podcast.
Check them out.
And yeah, anything else, Jared?
No, I don't believe. I think we covered it. Again, just want to reiterate about the Patreon. We're going to be posting some stuff about it on probably Reddit and also our webpage.
Yep.
So
So yeah, check that out.
if you're interested, great. If not, again, like we said,
That's
always
great, too.
100% free.
Yep.
It's always going to be.
All right,
And
everybody.
think of it like this, guys. Think of it like this. If you support it through the Patreon, you'll get them to TI5. And
Yeah.
then I will be in the same room that they podcast in. Therefore, my conversation will feel less stilted and more fluid.
Oh yeah. God. And the feeding will
and I
be
won't
real at that
disconnect
point.
as much.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, you only disconnected once this entire show.
It's true.
I thought that wasn't too bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, you sound great, man.
Okay, anyway, thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you all next week.